So the last thing that we need to talk about today is how to export your photos for the best possible settings. So let's say, for example, you want to export your photo to share on Instagram. There's two ways that you could do this. If you have a landscape photo and you want to share this to Instagram or other forms of social media, what we need to do is go down to Enter Custom in our crop mode here, and we're going to set this to a 1.91 by 1. And just simply click OK. Now what you're going to do is have a crop box here, and you might lose portions of the image, so this may not always work the best. But what this is going to do is give you the perfect crop to be able to share this on social media. It's going to have the right sizing and proportions to make this photo look great. So what I'm going to do is go all the way down here. I'm going to click Done, and now I have my image ready to go. But let's say, for example, that you had a vertical image that you wanted to crop for Instagram. So what we need to do first is have a vertical image. And if you do have a horizontal that you want to switch to vertical, like I just did, just open up your crop tool, hit the X key on the keyboard, and that's going to give you that vertical crop. Or if you have a vertical image already, of course, you don't have to do that. And what you would do is change that to a 4:5 or an 8:10, and then just go ahead and crop the image and include whatever you would like into it. So in this case, there we go. I have my vertical crop ready to go. Remember, vertical crop is a 4:5 and horizontal crop was the 191 to 1. And once you have your crop exactly how you want it, we're going to go to File. We are going to go to Export, and this is where we get to choose our settings. So I want my export to go to my desktop, and I don't want to put it in a subfolder. I'm just going to put the image straight onto my desktop. Now we need to look at a couple of different things. So first of all, the file settings, we want this to be a JPEG format in the color space of sRGB. I'm going to leave my quality set here to 100%. And then on resize and fit, I don't click on this box, but I do make sure that the resolution is set to 72 pixels per inch. Anything more than this is basically just overkill. It's going to make a bigger file size, which is going to get compressed even more by the different social media websites. So in this instance, leave it at 72. That's the output of a monitor and what it actually shows, and it will give you the best quality for digital files. Everything else stays just basically the same, and then we click Export and your file is ready to go. Now let's say we wanted to export this file to get a high quality print. What I recommend, because I don't like to print at home because I don't have a printer that is good enough to get me the quality that I really like to see, so I send my photos off to a website called MPix. There's a ton of different places you can go to do that as well. But the way we want to do that file is, again, go to File and Export, but we need to change a couple of things here. So in the file settings, we can change this to a better file, such as a PSD, a PNG file. Those are both bigger file sizes that are going to contain a little bit more information. But if the website that you're going to use only accepts JPEG, you can leave that alone. So with whoever you plan to print with, just check to see what file types that they accept and make yours accordingly. If they do accept PSDs, I think those are some of the better files that I like to use, and that's what you'd want to do. The color space, I leave it at sRGB, unless, of course, the website or whoever you're getting your prints through tells you to change this to maybe CMYK or some other kind of format. Then you could click Other, find that format, and try to export it that way. But for the most part, these two work great. Leave your quality set to 100%. And then on this section, we want to keep it at pixels per inch, but you want to change this. So numbers like 240 pixels per inch or 300 pixels per inch are great areas to start with. Personally, what I do is just export my resolution at 300 pixels per inch. That's going to allow you to print a pretty big file size, to be totally honest. If it isn't good enough, or if you upload it to whoever is going to do the print for you and it says your file size is just too small, There's a couple of factors there that could be causing that. Maybe your original file was shot on a JPEG. Maybe you imported a photo that was smaller than what you thought it was going to be. But if you're shooting on raw images, like we talked about in the beginning, you have all these settings like this, you do about 300 pixels per inch, you're going to be good to go. And all you'd have to do at this point is hit export, upload that file, and you can get your prints made. So now to kind of wrap things up, I really hope that you learned something today that's going to help your editing skills. The biggest thing to take from this class is to keep practicing your skills and playing around with these things. It's very important to think about all these things when you're shooting the image, so that way you don't have to apply as much editing to the final edit. Always remember that the closest you can get to the final looking image in camera, the better for you for multiple reasons. One of which, you're going to save a lot of time. Your image is going to look way better, and it's going to look way less processed than what it could be, and you're just going to be happier with your overall results. But again, hope you enjoyed this class. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them below. Send me a message or contact me on one of my various forms of social media. I'd be happy to discuss anything with you. Hope you have a great day. Always be sure to create cool stuff and have fun with it, but most importantly of all, be sure to create something new today.